Good evening, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. I am Brigadier Sushil Bhasin, and this is the Time Brigade. And we are here continuing with our daily session on goal management for 2021. So, we've been talking about the peculiarities of the years 2020 and 2021. And after having struggled a lot with technology, I'm here live with you a few minutes late. So, apologies for that. Now, I am going to be talking today about something which is very, very critical to goals in 2021. As I've been saying over and over again, and I don't mind repeating that for clarity and for overemphasis, that 2020 and 2021 were two twin years that gave us a different set of challenges. So 2020 gave us a lot of surprises. It came out of the crisis of a very high magnitude, the pandemic, and thereafter it taught us resilience, it taught us toughness, it taught us adaptability, it taught us many things. It became a very, very good teacher. We learned a lot. We learned how to live with a minimal resources. We learned how to take care of our health and so many more things. 2021 now comes out with a little more hope. It comes out with more opportunities. It comes out with our ability to do better. And we are all set to create a very, very happy 2021 for all of us. So while we are at the juncture and we are on the last day of January today, 1 month has gone by, and we have 11 months more of 2021 to see whether we can get our dreams through or not. Right? So I'm here to share my views with you to help you clarify your determination, your vision of achieving your goals for 2021. So today I'm going to be talking about a subject which is critical to goal setting, particularly in the year 2021, and that is resilience. Now, the question is, what is resilience? What does it mean? So if you go just by the definition, resilience is a capacity to recover quickly from difficulties, or it is another name for toughness. Psychologists define resilience as the process of adapting well in the face of adversity, trauma, tragedy, crisis, threats, or significant sources of stress, such as family and relationship problems, serious health problems, or workplace and financial stressors. That's the role of resilience. How does resilience come? So, resilience comes to us always in the shape of some type of a crisis, as I've just explained. And if you go into the types of resiliences, it could be something like the psychological, the the emotional, the physical, and the community resilience. So these are the four types of resilience. Resilient people are aware of situations, their own emotional reactions, and the behavior of those who are around them. So basically, from consciousness and awareness, that has been one of the very strong cornerstones of all my sessions on time management as well as goal setting, that you need to be consciously aware of where you are, in what environment you're operating, in what are the peculiarities of the environment, the circumstances around you, and within them, how are you going to navigate and find your way out into the field of success. So while we cannot avoid many of these problems, we can remain open, flexible, and willing to adapt to change. So let me tell you that there are 5 pillars of resilience. 5 pillars. First one is self-awareness. Are you aware of yourself? Are you aware of your strengths and capabilities, of your way the mind is working? And next we come to is mindfulness. That means we are in the moment. We understand where we are. And we are not living in the future, we are living in the present. Self-care. Another very important thing. How are you taking care of yourself? Positive relationships and purpose. By strengthening these pillars, we in turn become more resilient. Now, let me take you through 7 principles of resilience, 7 skills that we require to, to become resilient, right? So, the first one is that you have to have a belief, self-belief, belief in yourself and your ability to cope with the change, right? So as I have a quote, and that's my prayer, I say, God, give me the strength to cope with the consequences of the decisions I make. And here we are talking about, God, give us the capability, give us the strength, give us the ability to cope with the circumstances I am put into. The second one is stay connected with your source of support, your family, your organization, your friends, who are going to support you, who are going to be giving you positive help and not making you sink in that sea by giving you some negative vibes. Okay. The third principle is talk about what you're going through. You should be able to talk about it. You should be able to, particularly your self talk. Are you able to accept the fact that there's a crisis? Are you able to face the reality? So in Gita it says, Jo hai, so hai. Embrace reality. Okay. Don't live in the world of hope and wishful thinking. I wish this was not there. I wish this didn't happen. You cannot do anything about it. So let's live in that reality world and face circumstances or face reality and work within those reality parameters. The next one is be helpful to others. Now, while you are facing crisis, remember others are facing crisis too. And so be helpful to others. That also brings in your strength for resilience. Activate positive emotion. So you have to consistently and consciously look at positivity. And positivity actually is to be created. It may not come to you automatically. So when you get a negative thought, remember that you cannot, you can't remove a thought. There can't be vacuum there. Your mind is constantly thinking all the time. So it cannot stop thinking. There cannot be a vacuum there. Okay. And if there's no vacuum, what you have to do is you can't remove a negative thought. You immediately replace it with a positive thought. So when a thought comes to your mind, that what happens if this doesn't get through? What happens if I fail? And immediately pump in a thought to say, what if I do it? This is a very, very strong way of replacing a negative thought with a positive thought, right? The next one, principle number 6, I'll say is cultivate an attitude of survivorship. When you see people in various adventure activities, accidents, who have had the willingness to survive. Watch this video by Arunima Sinha. When she was thrown out of a train and she had another train running over her legs, she has one rod in one leg and amputed another leg. How did she survive the whole night waiting for somebody to come and help her and take her to the hospital? And how she had that struggle to survive. So does a friend of mine called Girish Gogia. Listen to these people. See to this. Look into their stories of life. They had that determination, the attitude of survivorship. Okay. And then principle number 7 is seek meaning. Seek meaning in your life and ask yourself, has there never been a crisis before? Haven't people faced crisis? Have they come out of them? If they did, why won't I? If I could come through a crisis 10 years back, why won't I do it today? Okay. And you know that no crisis lasts forever. No crisis ever lasts forever. Okay. So the concept is sometimes decided, and people say bounce back. Okay. Now, what happens if you bounce back? If you fall down and you bounce back, means actually you're bouncing back at the same place. Okay. So I would like to quote Sam Cawthon here, who says, don't bounce back, bounce forward. And I understood this very clearly, and let me explain to you the way I think about it. Every time there has been a crisis in the history of mankind, starting from the world wars uh, to let's say 26/11, 9/11, talking about uh, 2008 recession, any of these crises you can think about, we always came out better than the level where we went in. So if you see, when you went into a crisis, whatever was your economic level, your success level individually, when you came out of a crisis, you were at this place. So when I bounce back, for example, to make it very, very clear, if you were to bounce back today and you strengthen yourself to bounce back, you'll be back in 2020 February. Does that solve your problem? If today you are absolutely in the same place in your business, in your life as you were in February 2020, you are an outdated person. So, therefore, I need to bounce forward to a state where the time has already moved and progress has already taken place. So, I should be able to bounce forward to a level where at the end of the crisis, I'm able to join the train, which is already moved a couple of stations ahead, right? So, this is what bouncing forward means. The goal should be to come back stronger, come back better positioned for the future, and that is what is called bouncing forward, right? So, today I've tried to cover in this session the power, the importance, and the relevance of resilience when it comes to goal management. So, once you decide to achieve your goals, you have to set your goals, you have to have your processes right, you have to work on those goals, and then you can achieve them. And all what I'm telling you are various aspects, various attributes, various things that go uh, into assuring that you achieve that level of resilience, that level of capability, that level of determination to be able to achieve your goals no matter what the circumstances are. Use those two very strong phrases which I learned, uh, come what may and whatever it takes. I have to achieve this, come what may. I'll do it. So thank you very much for watching in, and I'm looking forward to your comments, to your questions, to your suggestions in the chat box, in the comments below, and I'll be very, very happy to respond to you with my responses. You are you are also welcome to get on a call with me one-to-one. My Calendly link is given in the description, and I'll be very happy to interact with you so that we can take all of us together into the journey of goals of 2021. Thank you very much. See you. Bye bye. And keep watching this program every day at 5 p.m. Thank you very much.